Again, do not use Distrokid to distribute your music as an upcoming artist or growing artist unless you are financially stable, which most of growing artists or upcoming artists are not. You'd rather use that money to market yourself, to style yourself, to brand yourself. It will be more useful for you artistically. But what is this guy saying? This guy is trying to tell us that Distrokid is not removing songs. Thank you for all your comments. It is true. Google, it does. What you are talking about, maybe you are going through now, is something called grace period. They have a grace period of almost 1 to 2 months for you to keep your music, but after that they will remove it if you do not pay the money. As a growing artist or upcoming artist, you need your music to be available 24/7, 365 days, because every platform uses algorithm. If your music is removed from the system, its algorithm, if it was growing, that one has been interfered with and it will start afresh if you pay later, so that your music is returned on the streaming platforms. So just don't use Distrokid. Let me share this screenshot first and for you to see what I'm talking about. Does Distrokid remove songs online if payment fail? Okay, here is the thing. Yes, the Distrokid will remove your songs from streaming services if your annual subscription payment fails and account remains unpaid. You see that? Remember, you are an upcoming artist, growing artist. Sometimes you do not have the money for this complete payment. Removal policy. If the fee is not paid, Distrokid removes music to stop acting as a distributor. There is a grace period that we are talking about. Grace period. This is not just Reddit users, but also me who have used Distrokid. I know this, that music is typically removed around 1 to 2 months after the failed payment warning. Though it can vary, but it does that. Even for me, I have the messages that let me share the messages. I'll share the screenshots. Also, to prevent the removal of the music, this is what some people talk about. Distrokid sometimes can keep your music forever if you pay the live legacy fee, which is about $30 to $20. Go check it. When you are uploading music on Distrokid, you will see there is some packages. And this is also another problem with Distrokid. Distrokid does a lot of packages. So what they sell for you at the gate is not what you get when you get inside. Because I remember back then, uploading lyrics was kind of free. Right now, I started getting charged for my lyrics on Distrokid. And it's unfair. The thing should be like, for those who did the lyrics, for the songs that we did lyrics earlier, it should not be charged. But right now, I get the billing like a lot of money just because they introduced a new thing or they started charging another feature. And that is a big problem. So you can pay for the Leave a Legacy feature. And for that, about $30 a single, $50 per album. Your songs will never be removed even if the payment fails. But there is cuts. I will talk about that later. If your subscription lapses, you will no longer collect royalties, which is true until you pay the subscription, even if you have the money inside there. But that is kind of not true, because there is a time that I've been late to pay, but I can still withdraw my money. So, yeah. So, let's talk about the Leave a Legacy. Leave a Legacy fee is one-time charge of about $29, $30, and $49 for album to keep the music online even if you cancel your subscription. This is non-recurring fee added to your annual subscription, allowing you to secure your catalog without being required to renew your subscription. So you can pay for the Leave a Legacy per every track, but remember, you will still have to pay for the subscriptions, because without paying for the yearly subscription, you won't be able to withdraw your money. So this is kind of expensive for upcoming artists. As an upcoming artist, I can't advise you to use this, because you will be wasting your money, and maybe one day you will blow up, one day you might never blow up. Will you be paying it forever? Or if you die, or if you stop doing music, will your music not be there? But remember, your music should always be there, because sometimes you may stop making music, but after sometimes somebody just falls for your music, people start playing your music, and you come back into music. So that's why I'm advising you not to use Distrokid for now. Yeah, let's go on and say the key details. Purpose: this ensures that your music is never removed from streaming platform if your payment fails or you cancel your subscription. It must be purchased for each individual release or single. No subscription required. Once paid, your music stays on streaming platform. It will stay. And the catch, it does not cover annual fees for other extras like YouTube content. So even if you pay it, there is a lot of benefits that you won't be having through Distrokid unless you pay for the yearly subscription. That's why it is dangerous and it's not advisable for any growing or upcoming artist that is not financially stable. Even if you're financially stable business wise, it is not wise. Because remember, at the end of the day, music is business, whether you like it or not. If you're doing it for hobby, I think you should not go to that extent of using your money to pay for it to be online there. It's costing you money, which is not wise financially, but it depends with where you come from, who your father, grandfather is, so you can do whatever you like. But as an upcoming artist, growing artist, avoid Distrokid until you make money. Because for me, there are a lot of time people that I work with that I have to use Distrokid because they're international artists, or the label just insists on that. And for me, I have accounts on almost every distribution platform. But for you, why should you do that if you're just doing it for fun or you are still growing?